What's up, YouTube? Kristo here, and I've got a review for you, a big one, a special one, looking at Rien from Etat Libre d'Orange. And this was in my recent check out Etat Libre d'Orange video. Not only did I rank it very highly, but I actually put it in my number one position. I've talked about this numerous times in several of my videos recently, and I've mentioned it loads of times on Facebook. If you're in any groups with me or if you're friends with me there, it's no secret really that I love this fragrance. So I felt I had to review it, not just because I think it's amazing, but because it is so strange, and I am trying to bring this to the attention of the YouTube and Facebook communities and stuff. So let's talk about it a little bit more closely here. It is from 2006, and the perfumer is Antoine Lee. He's done some really great things that I love. Comme des Garçons Wonderwood, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest woody fragrances ever made. He also did the infamous Secretions Magnifique from Etat Libre d'Orange as well. And, believe it or not, he has also done the other top 3 fragrances in my top 4 from ELdO. Rien was my number 1. We've also got Divin Enfant, which was my number 2. We've got Rosy de Palma, which was my number 3. And we've got Tom of Finland, which I believe I put in my number 4. So quite an amazing coincidence. He is a great perfumer. I'm a very big fan of what he's done. Now, in terms of notes for this, there's a lot that I genuinely just don't pick up in note breakdowns that I've read. To me, this is smoke. It is lots and lots of smoke. Notes listed are incense and styrax, and styrax is a resin that is burned to be an incense. Aldehydes, leather, patchouli, perhaps a dash of pepper. If so, there's not really a lot of it. But yeah, that's it. Smoke, aldehydes, leather, patchouli. Now, what does this remind me of? I've actually got a good story for this. I went for dinner at a friend's house, and he's just kind of getting into perfume now. Because of me, I sent him some samples to check out, and ever since then, he's been kind of fascinated by it, especially, indie and niche and kind of more cutting-edge avant-garde stuff. And when I showed up at his place, the first thing he asked me was, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? So I took out my travel atomizer that I had with me, sprayed a little bit on his arm, and he just went, wow, oh my God, what is this? This is amazing. I can't believe it. And I told him the name, and he kind of sniffed it for a couple seconds, and he's like, you know what this reminds me of? I said, I can't imagine what you're going to say, but I would love to hear. And he's like, this reminds me of antiseptic spray or an antiseptic cream. And I thought, that's a really good description. So I'm going to take his little description, borrow that from him, and I'm going to kind of build on it and just take it to the extreme, which, in my opinion, this fragrance is. It is a lot of extremes to me. Okay, so take the antiseptic spray or the antiseptic cream, rub it on some fresh, clean gauze, like fresh white bandages that you would get for dressing a wound. Take that, and instead of putting it on your skin, burn it and inhale all the smoke that comes off it. So the smoke mixed with the spray and the gauze. And that's what this reminds me of. It is just so bizarre and strange. There is not a trace of anything sweet in this, to me. The fragrance itself is meant to represent opposites, light and dark, yin and yang, things like that, masculine and feminine, clean and dirty. Yeah, I kind of see it a little tiny bit. The fresh, clean aldehydes in it mixed with like the really dirty, kind of burnt leather feeling. Yeah, I can kind of see that. But to me, straight up and down, this is a super strange, very bizarre, very heavy fragrance. Something you really, really need to try. Whether you're going to like it or hate it, you still have to try. Even if, burnt bandages with antiseptic spray sounds weird. I still really, really think this is something that people need to try, especially when I get into the performance on this. Now, there is a bit of talk about formulations and things like that. I haven't smelled the newer one. This bottle that I have here is definitely old. I think it's been sitting on the shelf at the local boutique for probably 5 or 6 years, possibly even longer. But I'm not really going to get into that. Projection on this, atomic. It's just insane. It's like a nuclear holocaust of, perfume fallout. The sillage on this is just devastating as well. I love this, but I can't really wear it to work because the projection is just so strong. And I'll talk about that a little bit later with the occasion and seasons and stuff. And as you guessed it, longevity on this, mental, just crazy. I get at least 8 hours, like no problem. Kind of to the point where it lasts so long, I'm probably not even awake long enough in the average day to count how long it lasts on me, without showering or changing fragrance or whatnot. In terms of season and occasion, it's heavy, it's very strong, so I am going to say that it probably would be best for cooler months, autumn or winter, of course, but again, it's the kind of thing that if you like this, like I do, you're going to want to wear it anytime because it just doesn't fit in with the norm. It is weird and it is different, like Etat Libre d'Orange are famous for. Occasion, pretty much the same thing. I don't think I'd really want to wear this laying around the house. It might bother my nose a bit. I think I would like to be in a more open area. But if you want to go somewhere and definitely get noticed, the mall, a club, a bar, something like that, you're going to get attention if you wear this. Is it going to be good attention? I can't guarantee that. But people will know that you're wearing something weird and they're going to smell it. Perhaps it's a really great conversation starter. In terms of gender on this, I'm going to say this is leaning a bit masculine. There are definitely females that are very big fan of this, but I think with the burnt leather thing, I think it will appeal more so to the masculine taste. And it's going to be a little bit older. I cannot imagine a lot of guys in high school, even college, wanting to wear this. Like I mentioned, there's just no trace of sweetness to me. It's very heavy. It's very strong. Definitely going to be an older, probably more masculine crowd. I kind of got carried away and forgot to mention prices. Now, Etat Libre d'Orange have just recently released 100ml bottles for the first time, and they seem to be quite hard to actually locate. I found a few places that sell some of them. Even the actual official Etat Libre d'Orange site doesn't have most of their fragrances in the 100ml. Now, I don't know if that means they never will, or if they're slowly progressing into releasing them as 100ml or what, but 50ml, like I've got right here, you're looking at about $80 retail. You can find them a bit cheaper if you look around, but you're not going to find these on discount sites. If you live in Europe, from what I've heard, there are some places in Europe you can find Etat Libre d'Orange places, very heavily discounted. But in terms of North America, you're probably looking at retail, which is about $80. But that's less than $2 per mil, and this is well worth it in my opinion. Is this like the ultimate high-end niche fragrance? Absolutely not. I can smell how synthetic it is, but synthetic isn't a bad thing. If you want to smell like really fresh lemons or really clean laundry or something, this isn't it. This isn't a natural smelling fragrance. This is a house that is famous for not doing that kind of thing. If you want something strange and weird and avant-garde that will probably wow you whether you like it or not, You got to check this out. I've talked to a few people about this. It doesn't get a lot of talk, especially to some of the more other popular Etat Libre d'Oranges like Tom of Finland, Putain de Palaces, Jasmine of Cigarettes, which quite a few people talk about. This one doesn't get much talk, but the people who like it love it, and I'm definitely one of them. I've spoken to at least 3 or 4 people that I know in the community who I think have quite good taste. And they're like, yeah, I love Rien. I really, really love it. A lot of people haven't tried it, but the ones that have, in my experience, are very, very big fans of it. So that's it. That's my review for Rien from Etat Libre d'Orange. Highly recommended if you want something super potent and strange and weird that's definitely going to get you noticed and make you stand out. This is one of the best I have ever tried. Highly recommended. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you again soon.